victorious here at Barclays Center right now. Let's go to Ray Flores, the arena announcer, with the particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, a referee in charge, Benji Estevez, waves off the contest at 48 seconds of the 5th round for your winner by technical knockout and still undefeated, Errol the Truth Spence Jr.
Algieri stopped for the first time. Errol Spence, dominant. Motel 6 final punch stats shows that. Spence doing great body work throughout this. Landing 96, throwing 311 on over 30% clip. And Spence now recording a knockout, 16 of his 17 KOs in 5 rounds or less. And that was the display he put on tonight. The jab set things up. Look at this. He set everything up with the jab. Algieri could not find a rhythm throughout this fight because of the great jabs by Errol Spence. He brought the total package, including the power punches, and knocking Algieri down 3 times. And again, as Liam mentioned, the first man to stop Chris Algieri. He's 20-0 and standing by with Todd.
All right, thank you, Kenny. EJ, congratulations. It was a tremendous fight. You knew he was tough coming into this thing. Did you think you could get him early and get the knockout?
I thought it was going to be late, to tell you the truth, but Chris Algieri's a tough fighter, and I just thank him for this opportunity he gave me.
You had told us earlier that no one had really pushed you into deep waters. Did he push you into deep waters today, going into the 6th?
He tested me a little bit, but he didn't push me into deep waters. I was prepared for everything that he came with.
Well, you did something that Manny Pacquiao couldn't do. You knocked out this young man, which is very important. A lot of folks don't know you are from New York. You're a New York native, even though you do have the draw from Texas. The big question is now, what do you want to do next? A lot of speculation of where you might go.
I think now I'm the number one contender to Kell Brook. So Kell Brook knows what time it is. You know, we got to get in the ring and fight. Danny Garcia and all the rest of the welterweight champions. I want them all. It doesn't matter who.
We're going to put you to work and have you look at some of these highlights. Tell us what you saw here and what was going through your mind. I know Derek James was coaching you quite well. This is the round 4 knockdown.
Yeah, we seen in previous fights that he was trying to go for the overhand and that he'll lean in a lot. So when he leaned in, we just waited for him to come up because he had to come back up. When he came back up, I met him with the left hook.
And here is the next round.
See how he was ducking? He kept ducking. Go to the body. Bam, right there. See, he kept ducking. Every time he ducked, every time he ducked, I met him with the left hook. Cause we seen that in the camp. We seen that when we fought Manny Pacquiao. And we seen that when he was fighting Amir Khan. That he'll duck and then he'll come back up. And his eyes will be looking down. A lot of top fighters, they'll be looking at the floor when they duck instead of looking up at their opponent. So I just caught him with a blind punch that you didn't see, and that's the ones that hurt the most.
Your trainer, Derek James, has prepared you well. You came back here, lots of family from Long Island, the New York area. As I said, you were born in Brentwood. Your daughter, Ivy, looking on. What does it mean to you from Texas to come back to New York and get this victory now at 20-0?
Well, it means a lot. You know, this is where I was born. This is where my family is on both sides. So it means a lot to fight in front of my family and fight in front of my daughter for the first time. And now tomorrow I get to see my grandma, and my daughter get to meet her great-grandmother.
Well, it's a huge victory for you. How much time will you take off before Derek calls you back into the gym?
I didn't take too much punishment, but we got to take off from the training camp. The training camp was hard, and we'll probably take off 2-3 weeks and get back in the gym and talk to my manager and see where I go from here.
Errol, congratulations. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Kenny?
All right, thanks, Todd. So impressive, Errol Spence. What'd you think about this performance, BJ?
Kenny, very in front of your hometown fans. Take me through the fight. Where did the momentum really shift for you?
You know, I was talking to my coach, John David Jackson, about it. I just kind of, I didn't stick with each game plan. You know, there was a couple different game plans, a couple of routes I could have went, and I was kind of sliding in between 2 different styles too quickly and not setting down in one long enough to make it work. And when you do anything halfway, it works none of the way.
So much has been made of Manny Pacquiao, Amir Khan, guys that could not knock you out. He was able to do it tonight. You don't want to take anything away from him, but what was he doing differently that was really the difference in the fight tonight?
You know, not taking anything away from him. He's a hungry young lion. You know, he'll be a great champion one day. You know, he brought some good stuff tonight. You know, he really, you know, he stayed composed, and that was a big part of it. I know I caught him with some good shots, some shots that he definitely felt, but you know, he stayed composed, picked his shots, and caught me, like I said, in between. As I was, you know, switching between strategies.
This is a bit of a home away from home for you. You fought at the Barclays. There's pictures of you in the hallway. How important was it for you tonight to put on a great performance for these fans?
You know, I always want to put on a great performance, not even just for the fans, but just, you know, for the sport in general. You know, I want to go out there and give it my all, and you know, I hope that people can appreciate me, how hard I work and what I brought to the ring.
You're a no-excuses guy, but what happened in the 5th round when you stepped back? Was it the knee? Was it the ankle? What happened there? It looked like you had a little bit of a tweak.
Yeah, you know, I don't want to take anything away from this young, hungry lion. You know, he did a great job. Yeah, I might have tweaked it a little bit, but, you know, like I said, I don't want to take anything away from the young kid. He did a great job.
All right, Chris, looking forward now. What do you want to do with your career? Where do you want to go next?
You know, I trained really hard for this fight. Take a little bit of time, talk to my family, talk to my team, and just back to the drawing board. You know, back to the drawing board. I still feel like I'm getting better and better. I need to really just settle down and do my homework.
Chris, thanks for your time.
Thank you.